What if the Amityville Horror didn't start with the murders? What if the house itself was just a symptom of something much older, much deeper? Before the voices, before the DeFeo family tragedy, before 112 Ocean Avenue became a name whispered in fear, something was already wrong with the land. Long before that iconic Dutch colonial house was built, the area we now call Amityville was just sparse, marshy coastline on Long Island. Local legends, passed down through generations, claim this land was once used by Native American tribes for a chilling purpose, as a place of isolation for the sick and dying, kept far away from the healthy. Now, historians are quick to point out there's no physical proof of this directly under the house, but the stories don't stop there. When European settlers arrived in the 1600s, their own records described the area as unsettling and silent. They wrote about sudden illnesses, unexplained deaths, and constant flooding that would swallow unmarked graves, erasing them from memory. For centuries, people avoided this patch of ground. Then, in 1927, the land was finally developed, and the house was built. Before the DeFeos, several families lived at 112 Ocean Avenue. They lived quietly, no murders, no police reports, no terrifying headlines. But looking back, neighbors recalled a strange pattern. No one ever stayed for very long. Former residents would later describe a feeling of being watched, of an unnatural coldness in certain rooms, especially upstairs. Pets would refuse to enter parts of the house. People said the home felt heavy, as if the very air was pressing down on them the longer they stayed. It was never anything dramatic enough to report, just a constant creeping unease. Then, in the 1960s, the DeFeo family moved in, and the unease turned into a nightmare. On November 13, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 of his family members in their beds. Investigators were baffled by one detail: there were no signs of a struggle, no one screamed, no one ran. It was as if they never woke up. When the Lutz family bought the house a year later, their now famous story began: the intense fear, the swarms of FLIs in winter, the disembodied voices. These claims eerily echoed what Ronald DeFeo Jr. himself would later say in his defense, that voices in the house told him to do it. Skeptics will tell you it's all coincidence, a tragic crime sensationalized for profit, but believers point to the land, because whether you believe in ghosts or not, the story of 112 Ocean Avenue didn't begin with a gunshot. It was built on a foundation of silence and sorrow, and sometimes silence is where the most terrifying things learn to grow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and like for more terrifying clips like these. Good night.